let me just set this straight. I am not childish. That's the childish one. He's 23 years old and very childish.
So you don't agree with the Smitty built thing?
The kid is 175 pounds soaking wet. He is strong for his size, but he's a toothpick.
So when you see the stiff arm, what are you thinking?
I'm a little amazed at the fact that he just stiff-armed a linebacker to the ground, but that's a play that Dede makes. So.
Do you always go into tussles with your helmet off? What's up with that?
People get scared. Take your helmet off and headbutt somebody without your helmet that might think you're crazy. I've done that to a couple of our teammates this year. They think I'm crazy. So I don't know. I like it.
When somebody as good as Dede says to you or says about you that you're the best player on the field at all time, what does that mean to you?
It's humbling, especially coming from a guy like that. I mean, as talented as he is, he deserves to be in New York at the end of the year. So just trying to get him the passes he needs, the opportunities he can get to get him to that place. And so it's nice to have the support from your teammates, knowing that they believe in you. It gives you a lot of trust.
Same question I asked Dede. If you could talk to voters and say why he belongs in New York, what would you say?
Just let's take that stiff arm play for example. I mean, it's a play that any quarterback can make that throw. Just dump it out there to him, and makes one guy miss, gets up the hole, stiff arms a linebacker to the ground, and then has the speed from being completely stopped to full speed and burn everybody. I mean, it's just he makes a lot of great plays, and he's so consistent in what he does, and he's a game changer. And no matter what type of ball he gets, every time he touches it, he has the chance to score. So that's why he's so much fun to watch.
Last couple of years, you've been involved in all these, national award lists. You and Deshaun have kind of been on a lot of those lists. Lamar's been added to that this year. Mm-hmm. How much does that drive you? I mean, to be considered the top of the top?
Yeah, I mean, it's first of all, it's humbling. Very honored to get the recognition for all that, but it means you're not done yet. If you haven't won the award, and even if you do, you're still not done yet. You have a lot of work to do, and just to be around those guys and see how they work, and it drives you to see how they do it. Everybody does it their own way and differently. So I mean, you can pick up some things here and there and how people handle things, and it makes you want to work harder.
Like you're hitting that bubble screen to Dede after. You got off to a slow start in the passing game, and then you hit that. How much did that ignite the offense the rest of the way?
It sparked it. That was the kind of the big play moment that we realized, well, let's go. I mean, we caught a break after the first drive of they muffed the punt, so we were able to just cap that drive off. But offensively, that was the first big play, and kind of showed us that we could still make it happen even in those conditions. So, I mean, it energized the offense and got us going.
In the end, did you feel like actually it was a pretty good – you only threw the ball 15 times, so in the end, do you feel like it was a pretty good day in the passing game?
It really was. I mean, yeah, some of the receivers would like to have some of those balls back, just not looking them all the way in. Conditions like that, you got to overdo that part of it. Maybe we 9 of 15 for that many yards and a couple touchdowns, only on that many opportunities. I mean, that works. And when you're running the ball like that, you don't need to throw it that many times. So it was good.
Last two. Go ahead, Cliff.
Yeah, what do you think about the opportunity to be on that stage the final weekend of the regular season?
I think it's good for us. Last year, I think playing a week early and having that last week off kind of hurt us a little bit in the playoff spots. So I think getting the final say and how we're playing when everybody else is having their title games will be good for us. It's exciting. Yeah, it's not prime time, but still there's only a few games on that weekend, so we get a chance to show everybody what we're made of.
Last 2 weeks been really chippy on the field. I think West Virginia was just waiting to see if you guys were going anywhere near their logo before the game started. Are you okay if people have that opinion of you guys as being kind of bullies?
I don't care. Whatever gets our team going. I mean, they planned that out to where they were going to meet us in the middle, and that's where they messed up. If you were in the locker room, you would have thought we were about to go to war. I mean, our guys got going. They messed up the hornet's nest. So, I mean, it's just kind of how we are. We already play with an edge, and then something like that sets it off. I mean, you enjoy stuff like that. That's playing aggressive is how we like to play offensively, and then that gets the defense going, especially the trash talk that was going on the week before.
How much of that is born out of last year when everybody questioned how physical you guys were as a team?
A lot of it, and that's a big thing we talked about in the offseason was the fact that the 2 games we lost last year were due to the fact that we weren't physical enough, the Texas loss and the Clemson loss. So we take that stuff to heart. So when we say we're going to play a physical team, we get ready, and it's like we're being called out and there's a challenge ahead of us.
How much are you going to watch some of these other games this week? Is it going to have an effect on your playoff schedule?
A lot. I mean, obviously it's not in our control, but I'll be rooting for some situations to happen. And like I said, it's not in our control, and all we can worry about is taking care of our business at the end of the year. And we'll see what happens from there.
Do you know who you're rooting for? Have you figured out the scenarios?
We'll see. I've got a couple things in my mind, but I'm not sure yet.
Hey, you're so close to your linemen. I'm just curious, in that kind of game, how much fun were they having?
They're having so much fun. You look back on the film, and they're playing hard, and they played with an edge. And like I said, they got called out with the challenge of the physical ball game, and they rose up to the occasion. So they played well, and they're playing really well right now. And it's fun to see those guys having fun and coming in as a unit, especially even when Eric Wren goes down, Alvy comes in and plays well at center in those bad conditions. So proud of those guys, and they keep getting better and better every week.
That was really another thing that's it's really special about the game. Despite the bad conditions, no, you didn't drop one snap. No,
Nope.
One
One thing we had was the direct snap to Samaje, which, I mean, it's just a lack of repetitions, him catching a snap. So other than that, we didn't have any problems.
You guys blew them out last year in Stillwater, but that's kind of been the exception rather than the rule lately in this series.
Yep.
What do you think about this game? And you grew up in OU fan too, so you're kind of semi-familiar about this game where it's been so crazy in the fourth quarter, where it just like every year it comes down to the final series.
Yeah, weird things happen in this game always, and it's just the type of game, because it's a rivalry game. It's not always the top team doesn't always come out on top. It's whoever plays the hardest, plays the aggressive part, and who has the most self-confidence and goes out there and execute it. So stuff always happens late in this game. I mean, you talk about the last time they came in here, the punt return late in the game. I mean, it's crazy stuff like that. So you got to be prepared for it, and when it comes down to it, you just got to do your job and not worry about what's happening on their side of the ball. If they get a crazy play, you just got to go do your job.
Y'all gonna throw out your football shoes?
It's coming back. I might have to draw with eye black on some of the younger QBs because they cannot grow the mustaches, but they will be on in full force.
You ever thought about growing out a mullet?
No, I have not. Actually, a little bit, but no. I'm just going to say that Cody Thomas and Trevor Knight are both going to be in attendance with Fu Manchu mustaches for the Big 12.
So you're not trading it. You're not changing it up. Not going like a handlebar or anything.
No, it's just same old, same old.
Let's start down. Just let it get.
Yeah, Tanner Schaefer and Connor McGinnis have been working on growing their mustache for 18, 19, 20 years. So they've been working on it. Hopefully it comes in 2 weeks.
As someone who appreciates different kind of hairstyles, seeing Gundy's mullet.
I have. It's ferocious.
You like it?
It's very dirty. You got to respect it. He's rocking it. I heard from our coach Gundy that he kind of did it and has stuck with it because one of his kids said it was awful. So you got to respect that. He's just doing it out of spite.
What's your Thanksgiving going to be like?
Relaxing, going home. Family's coming to town, so it'll be good to have
So they're
Thanksgiving at
coming
home. No, I'm going home. So they give us a break, so it'll be fun.
What's that one Thanksgiving item you got to have?
Ooh, dressing. Grandma's dressing. You got to have it.
It's got grandma stuff on the item on the menu.
It's good. It's good. And her banana pudding. Don't tell our nutritionist.